Well, what is going on, everybody? What is going on? What is going on? So we have another Ekoh banger. We have another Ekoh. Yeah, you know who donated for me to do it? Jen, we all looking at you. Your support knows no bounds. You are one of my favorite people on the channel. Don't tell anybody, because then we gonna hurt feelings. Let's keep that between you and me. But she has graciously donated to get on this Ekoh. We got another song of hers coming too after this. So if you start seeing these hip hop uploads, she knows I fuck with hip hop. She knows I love rap. She knows I love core messaging in hip hop. That's why she does what she does, y'all. Respect Jen. Give W's to Jen. But we gonna listen to this Ekoh, this Trauma. Didn't realize it was a one-take video, but she's a big fan of Ekoh. She has me trying to be a fan of Ekoh. I love this dude's message and his energy and the way he talks about mental health in his bars. Gives me 21 Pilot vibes when it comes to the songwriting. So we're gonna see what he's talking about in this Trauma. Got an idea what the song is about, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be executed the way I think. So we're gonna get on this Ekoh, this Trauma, one take, and let's see what he's talking about.
Maybe I just feel this shit more than most. Maybe I've been trying to find my way out of this hole. Haven't talked to mom, it's been a year. For all I know, she could be dead. And I'd be lying if I said there ain't relief in thinking that love has been a delicate dance I never learned well. Don't know how to act, having money I never earned well. Feels like if I don't fuck it up, then the world will. Did all that I set out to do, why do I hurt still? It seems the further I get, the more I close. Walls off to anybody who wants to know me. Outside of this persona grotto, I try to show like I post a reel, but it's probably the furthest from real, yo. It isn't all about the numbers and the glitz. And we always say what life ain't, but don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm chasing or trying to prove. Put another bandage on a bullet hole to fix the wound. Just consumed with these thoughts, trying to fight them off. I quit the drugs, but the biggest addiction's that inner dialogue. The vulnerability, the path to real connection. But I'm stressed and I don't wanna open up to anybody, especially those I have to trust. I've been burnt already once, twice, fuck it 100. But always thought that was a normal life, because it's normal, right? For you to grow up thinking you're the only one you can depend on after all these nights alone. Police on the phone, either brother suicide attempts or your mom's overdose. 4 dads came and went, either disappeared or died from the bottle they were sinking in. Even then, you still justify it like it's okay, being ignored, and when you do, well, you feel ashamed, cause they got real problems, how the fuck do you complain? Now if someone says you're important, you just pull away. I know the trauma isn't always how the big things affected. The silent little cuts in the soul that get neglected, piled up and collected while you didn't pay attention and expected to be dealt with, but instead they just became the foundation that you built on. The blueprint is still wrong, like why the fuck I act this way? I didn't realize I'm like a walking pattern I'll never solve. Wrecking ball, destroying anybody who gets involved. It doesn't always show in obvious ways, hides underneath the surface, slowly causing a change. And it's hard to see the way it influenced your shape, when it's not the brush or the canvas or the colors, it's the way you paint. Always thought I was a hopeless case, but it's the programming I was programmed with to keep me safe. Safety doesn't always leave room to grow when you only feel safe in this world alone. That's abandonment, and I still can't admit the shit that happened as a kid might have played the biggest hand in this. How I carved pride out of the fact I had to do this on my own, but it's the only way I can, and it's the only way I'm comfortable. I dress it up and market it. The more I represent it, the more these people applauding it. The more I get applauded, the more I get that conviction. But the love for what I do doesn't fix what I was missing. Just hoping that somebody would notice and they would ask how I'm doing, but they didn't. So I put it in these raps, but wanted someone to.
Okay, so let me say a couple things real quick. The second half of this rap. Wait, let me move this up so you can hear me. So let me say a couple things real quick. The second half of this rap is way better than the first half. The first half makes me think that he is a better songwriter than he is rapper. And that's not to insult him, because a lot of people that I listen to right now that are famous, I think that sometimes, where I'm listening to them rap and I'm paying more attention to their bars than their flow and how they're rapping. But then again, fuck doesn't matter what I think. That's just my opinion. His flow is a bit different for me, that it's hard for me to latch on to his flow, but I'm willing to disregard that because I'm such a fan of what he's talking about. I really like what he's talking about. And I said this a lot in, what is it? The One Who Holds the Light. I forget, or something to that effect, but I really like what he talks about. And I really like the words that he uses and the lyrics. It's like he's almost like he's rapping his poetry, whereas rap is already poetry. It's like he's rapping his poetry. It's like it's spoken word, but it's being rapped. And it's an interesting way to rap that I know a lot of people like. It's hit or miss for me, but his second verse, like this second half, that is like what I'm talking about. Now we're getting it. Like that is where his flow is picking up. His flow is catching up to the bars that he's speaking and that he wrote down. And I really like how emotional it's becoming now. Like now he's like, now I'm feeling more of what he's talking about. Whereas before it was like, I'm kind of just listening. It's like, yeah, I'm just sitting down. I'm hearing what you're saying. It's your time to speak. Get it off your chest, young man. But then it's that second part. And now I'm like, yeah, like now I'm there. Now I'm fucking with what he's talking about. Now I'm hearing him. So it's just an interesting observation where it's like his flow can kind of catch me and lose me a bit. But that the second half of this, way better. Like I'm fucking with it now. I wish the whole thing was like the second half. This is nice.
Applauding it. The more I get applauded, the more I get that conviction. But the love for what I do doesn't fix what I was missing. Just hoping that somebody would notice and they would ask how I'm doing, but they didn't. So I put it in these raps, but wanted someone to listen, wanted someone to care. Didn't get it at home, so I searched in a career. And my life got caught up, thinking that I thought up these thoughts that I've got to stop. It's all trauma.
Yo, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's all trauma.
Yeah.
It's all trauma.
Things you owe, makes you, makes them go. And I don't wanna go down that road. I'm down that road before.
It's all trauma.
Things you owe, makes you, makes them go. And I don't wanna go down that road. That's the only road I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something in a minute. Let the song finish. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. He's so much better at like getting me to feel what he's saying rather than how he's saying it. He is a rapper where I don't know if I necessarily like how he says things. Whereas like with Binks, another one of Jen's favorite, Binks got a flow that's out this fucking world. He has the opposite problem Ekoh has, and it's very funny if they ever did a song together. Whereas Binks has a nasty flow. The way that dude rap is nasty, is so good. But then a couple of his songs I've heard, it's like, I need more there. Like the pen, like his pen is sharp, is fire, but you can't, like there's nothing to relate to. Whereas with Ekoh, I relate to every letter this dude says, but it can be hard and kind of jarring on the ears to listen to because the flow is kind of like not smooth, like it's a little jagged. So I don't know, like it's interesting, but the second half of this was fire. And then to wrap it all up and be like, hey man, none of this shit matter. None of this is what you think it is. It all matters, but it's not what you think it is because it's just all trauma anyway. This is all trauma, whether it's a trauma response or whether it's just trauma that's making you feel these things or it's trauma that's making you want to do the things that you're doing. It's just trauma anyway. So like deal with it how you deal with it, feel it how you feel it, fix it how you fix it, because it's all trauma. We hear so many songs and we go through so many, or we read so many different books about how trauma is this negative thing that makes you feel this or want to do that or experience that. But I don't hear enough songs where trauma is just like, hey, it's everything. It's everything everywhere all at once. One of my favorite movies ever, by the way. It's one of the best movies to come out in the last like 10 years. If you haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, go watch it. What the fuck are you doing with your life? But it's like trauma is everything. It's all of it. It's nothing and something. It's everything and all the things all at one time. And I just think it's cool to put that in a song and receive that message that way. So that was cool. That was dope. If y'all listen to it, what did you get out of it? What are you thinking about this Ekoh cat? What are you getting? Am I off base and wrong? Do you feel what I'm saying a little bit? Are you getting something different from these songs? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you took the time to check out the video, and what do you got to say? Jen, I appreciate you always. Thank you so much for being a massive supporter. It's my honor to listen to the things that you like and to see it from your eyes and to give you my perspective on it, whether you may agree with me fully or not. So I appreciate that. So let me know in the comments what y'all thought. Hit the like, share, subscribe button, all that good stuff. Rock with me, support your boy. Let's keep going on these journeys together in this fast YouTube space. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all. And just remember, it's all trauma. We all here together, it's all trauma. Keep your eye glued to the small box. Just a 916 like a call box. Thick thighs save lives when it talk socks. So I have fun when my son's playing roadblocks. Yeah, with your eyes fatigued, your brain shuts down like it's high for weed. You don't walk straight, but can tag the feed. You can't